The Fox 61 News at 10 starts now.
Come take a look at these temps. It's been freezing for the last couple of days, but we finally made it out of the teens and single digits. And thankfully, things will get a little warmer, but not warm enough for shorts and a t-shirt. Thank you so much for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10 on CW. I'm Annette Montgomery. So for more on what we can expect as we head outside, let's hand things over to meteorologist Sam Sampiri. Now, Sam, I heard you just laughing when I mentioned the shorts and t-shirt.
That's right. But I do know some kids have gone out in shorts and t-shirts in this kind of weather, Annette. But yeah, temperatures now have been steady all evening long. They haven't gone down at all, so that certainly is good news. We have a light southerly flow to a very calm wind, but it is all about high pressure offshore. We have some clouds, and yes, we even have a little disturbance, sort of a light disturbance that's going to develop by tomorrow morning. Not as cold tonight. We'll stay in the lower and middle 20s. Maybe the upper teens in the colder towns where you have the snow cover, but that's about it. And we wake up tomorrow morning with clouds. There could be the chance for a couple of light snow showers or snow flurries, and even a little bit of icing down along the shoreline, but that's really about it. And then it clears out during the afternoon hours. Again, here's your planner. You wake up in the morning, rain or snow shower, mostly snow showers, and then clouds to sun and a bit milder. High temperatures during the afternoon. Wow, it's a thaw, 35 to 40, which is actually still below normal for the time of year. Coming up, yes, I'll detail the rest of the weekend. We'll talk about the next week, and yes, is there more cold air on the way? I'll have all the details coming up in a few minutes. Annette?
Thank you so much, Sam. And because of those cold temps, the state has activated its severe cold weather protocol from now through Tuesday. So that means if you need shelter or a warming center, you can call 211 or visit 211ct.org. Transportation can be provided if needed as well. And as the cold temperatures continue to dip, the cost to stay warm is on the rise. Fox 61 Stephen Reels joins us with how you can fight back against higher bills this winter season.
It's the math that consumers hate to see and generally is hard to avoid altogether. As the temperatures drop, the demand for electricity that goes up, and with a limited supply of natural gas, which is used to make electricity, those rates that utility customers pay, those go up as well. And this year could sting just a little bit more than it did in 2024. Last month, Eversource told customers the price of electricity is expected to go up roughly 13% this winter, but those prices won't go into effect until the new year on January 1st. So the bills from this cold snap won't be impacted. However, we are still at the start of the holiday season, so a lot of lights are filling up the night. So it's good to have an idea of how to save on your electric bill where you can. For those holiday displays, easy ways include swapping out older incandescent bulbs for LEDs. They use up to 90% less energy. Also, look at having a timer for your light displays so they don't stay on all night, while advanced power strips can help cut back on standby energy loss. Inside the home, though, cover drafty windows with tight-fitting seals or drapes, and while you're at it, seal any gaps or cracks you may find. Turn those thermostats as low as you're comfortable with, and replace the filters in your cooling systems. And if you do have one, make sure your attic is well insulated so no heat escapes your home. You can also set up a home energy audit to take a more in-depth look at how your house uses energy and potential ways that you can save on your electric bill. And if you're interested on setting one up, we'll have information waiting for you on how to do so on our website, fox61.com. In Hartford, Stephen Reels, Fox 61.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Well, developing in Ledyard right now, police are investigating a shooting on Tribal Trust property. This happened about an hour and a half ago, so right now details are pretty limited at this time, but officials say one person was shot and there's no word on a suspect. They tell us right now there is no threat to the public. Several law enforcement agencies are assisting Ledyard police, and we'll update you as soon as we learn any more information. This week, police in West Hartford charged an inmate for a shooting that happened in February. Jacob Gonzalez of New Britain is already behind bars in a different case, but Tuesday they tacked on to a list of charges he's now facing. Officials say he shot at an unoccupied car on Park Road earlier this year. Investigators tell us nobody got hurt, and at this time, we still don't know what led up to that shooting. Tonight, Gonzalez faces multiple firearm charges. Well, we have a heads up for drivers right now in Southington. Berlin Avenue is temporarily closed between Berlin Street and Highwood Avenue, and it comes after police tell us a driver crashed into a pole, causing significant damage, as well as low-hanging wires. We know that driver was taken to the hospital where they are expected to recover. Right now, we're still working to learn what caused that crash, and we'll let you know as soon as Berlin Avenue reopens.
Get out, the car's on fire.
Is it?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh.
It's in the car.
Yeah.
Come on.
A very terrifying situation. You just watched the moment police officers rescued a driver from their car after a utility pole crash that left hundreds without power in Bristol yesterday. That crash happened on Washington Street near Garden Street just before 4 a.m. Bristol police say when officers got on scene, they found the road completely blocked by a downed utility pole and saw a car on its side further down the road with flames coming from the engine. Police say both officers worked quickly to get the driver out by breaking the windshield and moved her to safety while crews worked to put out the car fire. Bristol police say the driver involved was not seriously hurt and said they are grateful for the quick actions of the officers for getting the driver out of harm's way. Well, this evening, new 911 recordings brings new insight into what people were experiencing as the horrifying July 4th flooding ripped through youth camps in Kerr County, Texas. Earlier today, our sister station in San Antonio obtained the 911 calls from the morning of the floods. Now, this is a warning. The recordings are disturbing as they capture real-time fear and confusion as those floodwaters rose. We are airing limited portions because they offer important insight into how that disaster unfolded and how emergency crews responded. Those calls give us a deeper look into what that community was facing as terrible flooding took over entire homes and cabins and youth camps in the area. The calls show what seems to be just 3 911 operators handling hundreds of calls, and many of those specifically about Camp La Junta. Now, here are just a few of the calls we heard today.
I'm by myself in the top floor of Camp La Junta. Oh, the building's falling apart. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh.
And you're unable to get out?
Oh, the water's so high. I'm at Camp La Junta right now in the cabins, and we have some major flooding. We're stuck inside the cabin. There's water filling up super fast. We can't get out of our cabin.
How many people are in your cabin?
Like 60 people.
Yes, we are 100% trapped, hanging onto the rafters right now, and the roof is starting to break.
Okay, if you're able to keep yourself on high ground, just keep yourself on the rafters as high as possible.
I'm on high ground. I'm not worried about myself. I'm worried about these kids right here because you can't have one of these kids falling under the water.
Heartbreaking calls. Now, officials say all of the people at that camp lived and survived that flooding. In September, Texas lawmakers enacted new camp safety laws addressing gaps in disaster preparedness. We know more than 130 people died in those Texas floods. Well, tonight, a family is thankful to be alive after they escaped a house fire in Colchester overnight. It took a while for firefighters to put out the flames and reveal the damage left behind. Fox 61's Celine Arif was at the scene all day and shares why this fire was so bad and how it could have been much worse.
I just spoke with the Colchester fire chief, and he says this fire was a hard one to control. So this area doesn't have a fire hydrant, so they had to use tanker trucks just to get water to the house. A total loss just weeks before Christmas. Josh Skutnick lives right across from his neighbors and couldn't believe what he saw.
Opened the front door and was shocked that half the house was gone. Like a blowtorch with the wind ripping through everything. So, luckily it didn't spread, and luckily they got out okay.
The Colchester Fire Chief Stephen Hoffman says the family is staying out of state with relatives right now, and neighbors tell me they came together to support them with a gift card basket and online fundraiser. Hoffman says the fire was spreading faster than his team could keep up with with at one point.
Crews tried to make an aggressive push inside, but the fire was already too progressed. It was all through the attic and in the second floor, and they just weren't able to make a push, so they had to back out.
He says none of the firefighters were injured, and they put out the flames in about 45 minutes. This is what the fire looked like as it continued burning. Hoffman says the cause is still under investigation, but they do know what helped save this family's life and get them out of the burning house immediately.
So the fire is downstairs, believe in the area of the living room. The smoke detectors went off. The wife, obviously woke up to the smoke detector.
Neighbors tell me this neighborhood is a new build, and the owners of this house moved in about 2 years ago.
Just very thankful. Obviously it stinks losing your home, but it could have been a lot worse. Everyone got out safe, and that's really what matters.
Hoffman says this home was built in the first phase of the neighborhood's development. For the second phase, there are plans to put in a fire hydrant. Reporting in Colchester, Celine Arif, Fox 61.
A community and family is breathing a sigh of relief tonight after a missing Granby mother and her 3 children were found safe today in Georgia. A nationwide search started after her husband reported her missing Tuesday night. Luckily, he's now reunited with them. Investigators say the mother was experiencing some, quote, personal difficulties when she took her 3 kids and drove south. The good news is all 4 were found unharmed. The case moved quickly from a late-night missing persons report to a multi-state search to a safe recovery. Granby police say they're thankful for the quick work of local, state, and federal partners who helped bring this case to a safe conclusion.